Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con has typically and traditionally been the moment where the Marvel Cinematic Universe makes massive announcements about the future of their franchise. But considering that future has looked so bleak for the past few years, flop after flop at the box office, streaming failures, and a fan base that quite frankly has been pushing back for years and saying we're tired of this shit, this is going downhill, you knew they were going to need a big announcement to get people excited about the future. Because despite the massive box office weekend that Deadpool and Wolverine just had, when it comes to the future and people are looking at the Blade movie that's in shambles, Captain America 4 featuring a Captain America that nobody actually wants as Captain America, Thunderbolts, Agatha all along, they need something to get people excited about this franchise moving forward. Well, they pulled out all the stops and made a massive announcement last night, including the return of Robert Downey Jr., but not as Iron Man. In this instance, Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the MCU as Victor Von Doom, as Doctor Doom, as a massive big-time villain in the MCU. Robert Downey Jr. sets Marvel return as Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday. And that's true. We got a retitle for Avengers 5. This is, and I'm going to talk about all of it and what I think it means going forward, but to me, this is a massive acknowledgement that we fucked up and we desperately need to fix this shit. The Kang Dynasty, that's done. Jonathan Majors as Kang, obviously he got fired, and they're moving off the character completely and entirely. And in addition to that, they did make the announcement that there were rumors about a week or two ago. The Russo brothers are returning for Avengers 5 and Avengers 6. Avengers 5 and Secret Wars officially return Russo brothers to Marvel. And this was, as I stated, a rumor. Actually, 5 days ago, I recorded a video about it. Never actually put it out for some reason. Probably should have, because Kevin Feige kind of pushed back and denied the rumors that the Russo brothers were coming back. My guess was he wanted to make a big splash announcement at San Diego Comic-Con. That's exactly what happened. But I wanted to get into this. The Russo brothers on stage talking about Avengers Doomsday and this reveal of Robert Downey Jr. returning to the MCU. We'll let this play out.
Then I think we're going to need the greatest actor in the world to play that character. Wow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as proof of the unimaginable possibilities in the Marvel multi-universe, we give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
Robert Downey Jr. returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, there was a rumor that came out about a week ago that this was going to be a thing, that Robert Downey Jr. was going to play Doctor Doom and make essentially his MCU debut in the Fantastic Four movie. Full disclosure, I heard about this a while ago. I heard about this about, I would say, a month ago. And you guys know me. I'm not a fucking scooper. I'm not a rumor mill person. If I get told something in confidence, I'm not going to go out there and fucking make a video about it. But it has kind of given me time to think about it and think what they're doing with this character and them bringing him back. And I think I think most people are just going to be fucking excited. Oh my God, Robert Downey Jr., that's amazing. You heard all the cheers at Comic-Con. These are the people that are probably going to support the MCU no matter what they put out, just being honest with you. But there are some people that have some issues with it. The idea of bringing back your most iconic character, because that's what Robert Downey Jr. is. His Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, the most iconic character in the history of the MCU. Bringing that actor back to play someone else in this multiverse, for a lot of people, it feels like, wow, it's key jangling. Is that really the best person to play Doctor Doom? Or are you just doing this to get that, oh my gosh, it's Iron Man, but this time as Doctor Doom? Is that the vibe they're really going for? Or could this be a purpose? There is a comic book run where Doctor Doom becomes Iron Man, so maybe they're going to go for that at the end of this thing. But there are some people that are not happy about this. I don't even have the words, but the way the MCU's completely reduced itself to cash grabs and nostalgia with no sense of creativity has to be studied. What else do we have here? Tears in my eyes, we're never getting a good adaptation of the best comic book villain ever. I get it's multiverse, blah, 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 but Iron Man being Doctor Doom means nothing to the MCU as we know it and does nothing for the character Doctor Doom. It's just to sell tickets. It's boring, disrespectful to my fave, and doesn't make sense. Next. I like how Kevin Feige wants the MCU to last for several decades, yet he wastes the most iconic Marvel villain of all time on something you would find on DeviantArt 14 years ago. Now, I would say overwhelming, it has been very positive. Despite some people having a big problem with it, overwhelmingly, it has been received very positively, I think. And to me, I don't know how it's all going to turn out. I think bringing the Russos back after the really cold nature of their exit. The Russo brothers have been very critical of Marvel, very critical of how they've undone some of the storytelling of the MCU and destroyed some of these characters in the past. They've been openly critical of that. To mend that bridge and get them back to do 5 and 6, and I like most of the Russo brothers stuff. Obviously, Winter Soldier, fan-fucking-tastic. Civil War, Infinity War. I think Endgame is a mess of a fucking movie, just being real. But 3 out of the 4 I really enjoy, and I think they're really high-quality Marvel movies. With the slight exception of Civil War being more like backroom brawl between buddies than really what the real Civil War was in the Marvel comics. But in terms of most people's reaction to Civil War, I think by far most people really fucking love the movie. Bringing them back, getting rid of the entire Kang Dynasty thing that people despise, bringing back Robert Downey Jr., to me, it's very clear that Marvel is acknowledging that they have fucked up in a major way and that moving forward, they needed to do something. They needed to completely course correct. It looks like they've done that. Will this be great? Will it be awesome? Will it be a return to form for the MCU of, phase 1, 2, and most of 3 that I think a lot of fans really fell in love with? That remains to be seen. But certainly this made a massive splash at San Diego Comic-Con as they were hoping it would. I want to know what you guys think about this, the entire thing, getting rid of Kang Dynasty, bringing in Avengers Doomsday with Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, Russo brothers back, all this shit. Let me know how you feel about this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.